So we're going to do something a little different. We recorded this, what, a week ago, 2 weeks ago?
Something like that.
And what we did is we played a game where I kind of parked over here and Nab's over here, and we got a Barb up here. Barb. And I was just going to let Nab do her thing.
Yeah.
And just kind of give her an example of like ecoing and everything else, and then let her do most of the combat-y stuff.
Yes. But his recording was super boring, so we're going to watch the replay.
I had to play.
Yes.
And there wasn't much I could do.
Yeah, that's the whole point.
Well, it wasn't super boring. It was about me, and these aren't about me. Like, I just wanted it to be about me.
But it's not about you, okay?
Whatever. I'm gonna play here. Hit unpause. So you go into a bot start, and the first thing I have been wanting to talk to you about with stuff like this is generally what you want to do is you want to start like here or here and hit that, and get some energy. Sometimes you do a little energy first, sometimes you do it right after the first one of these because you need energy to run these, and then hit the bot lab, right? So you're going there, and then I don't even know where you're going next. Where are we going next?
You go
here or
over,
there.
yeah.
So if you start in the middle over here, like that, then your commander barely has to walk.
Sure, I got that.
So.
But I like getting the bot lab up and running as soon as I have both metal and power, and then I go get the rest of the stuff.
But when you get, it doesn't do you much good when you get e-stalled up here. That's why you want at least a couple of things up first. And then if you drop too much, it gets bad. Let's clear those. Because over here, you can see, I was like, bam. I hit these two first, knock those out, hit that. Although you did get your lab up before me.
Yes, I did. And look at him. He's already marching on off to the rest of them. Look, and I already have a tick running off.
2 ticks.
Yeah.
Well, this is about you, not about me.
I have a different way of playing, and it seems to be all right.
So, economy. Energy converter converts 70 energy into 1 metal per second. This all together would be enough to run maybe 2.
Okay.
So these 2 are, it doesn't really waste resources because they just turn off, but it is a waste of time. You could build a couple more of these and then hit 2 of those and get the benefits of both.
Okay.
This is all nitpicky stuff, but this is things that when I build converters, it's when I notice that I'm wasting tons of energy. I'm like, I might as well turn that into metal, and I drop a couple converters.
Okay. But I am wasting energy.
You are using more energy than you're consuming here pretty typically, and you're getting the overflow.
And it went way down.
You're getting the overflow from me, I think.
Oh, that is hard. That's hard to.
Well, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. We're both using more energy than. There we go. Yeah. See, and the wind died, and we were like, no, but why?
Yeah. At this point, I think I'm up somewhere else. My cursor is elsewhere.
Oh yes, you're murdering. Yes. You're murderizing that. So we'll follow your cursor here.
Yes, you taught me how to use the ticks to go through people instead of around them.
Well, you want them
but...
around, because if you've got your guys, here, pewing this way, dead. He's very dead. If you have them here, what happens is they're doing their full damage here. If you have them like this, when a bot or anything gets attacked, it immediately gets a damage reduction bonus on the face that it's being attacked. And see how one at a time these things just get wrecked. But when you surround it, the ones that are behind on the non-primary face get a 190% damage bonus. So when you surround something, you're doing almost twice as much damage with each unit. And that's why 4 ticks can take one of these out together, but not by themselves. Because the 3 in the back are doing double damage, so like 3 shots and little guys toast. And you're like, I'm done with ticks. We're getting my pawns out.
I just didn't want him to destroy my poor thing.
Yeah, that's fair. You get him because he's busy shooting at all the other stuff.
I just barely kept that bot alive though.
No. Oh, this one, yeah.
One.
I think you actually start doing a mix of ticks and...
I do, eventually, yeah.
That's a lot of solar panels.
Mm-hmm. I kept myself busy.
Mm-hmm.
That's something that is still difficult for me to do, especially because I have 3 construction bot types right now.
It's so hard to pay attention to both things at once.
Mm-hmm. You can see my poor little bot trying to get up the mesa over there.
You can see how much more damage he starts taking as soon as you surround him. Your poor ticks are like, I've gotten lost. And this is what another thing to remember with a grunt. They might be the equivalent of pawns, but if it's running away, don't chase it with a pawn.
Yeah.
Because they outrange it so much. Even though the pawn does so much more damage, it will always win. The grunt will always win.
The grunts annoy me because they have good firepower and they are super fast. And so, like, even if you run after them with a tick, they're gonna outrun you.
No, ticks are much faster.
But every time I chase them with a tick, they always go faster.
Well, they don't go faster. They just kill you faster than you get in range. Because if you look, they've got a much larger range than a tick, and where you're crossing that range, it's basically extending the amount of time the tick can't fire back, and it only takes 2 or 3 shots to knock out a tick.
So what are you doing? Look at your base looking pretty over there.
That's not normal for me.
Yeah, and you moved your commander to the other side.
Yeah, I'm over here going, I'm just gonna take over here. I'm just living my best life out here.
Meanwhile, I'm trying to figure out how to do all the things at once. And
yeah, again, I see a lot of people doing this. This isn't just you. I see Zori do it. I see a lot of other folks in our community do this, where they just, like, you've got a lot of extra energy, but you don't have 12 converters extra energy. You've got, 4 converters extra energy.
But if it can't use it, it won't work anyway. It's mostly like, when I do have enough energy, then that'll be good to have, Like, it's not gonna hurt anything to make it.
You're also wasting metal right now, so you need more build power. So you got that one in. I think I actually told you that.
I don't think you did.
At one point, maybe it wasn't here, but at one point I was like, you need more build power. Because I can see on here when you're wasting. Then you can see the, it doesn't break it down for both of us. It just shows us his and on ours. Your little tick screen. This is the guy that's killed so many of your ticks.
Yeah.
And he's gonna kill some more. And this is when I was like, surround him, get around him. And it's tough.
Yep.
It's tough. Like, I would go like this, and I do a little bit of that, trying to get him around. But when they're spread out like this, you don't want to close at all. Especially when he's backing off like that.
I knew that one of my issues, because I generally don't do ticks, like this was new for me, trying out doing ticks. And I feel like if I had gone with my normal bot plan, that I might have been able to push earlier.
Yeah, and that's one of the dangers of going with an experiment, right? I found that I was able, if I hit the ticks hard and early, I've been able to kill a barb pretty consistently using nothing but ticks when I zip in there real fast and just harass him, and then about 30 or 40 ticks you surround the commander and the commander goes pop.
Right.
And then that's game. But that's not, they're very micro intensive. Because you see, sometimes when they're out all spread out like that, you got to get them to bunch together. So if you spread them out, if you do this, sometimes you just got to do that.
Right,
and
and
just
that's
click
what I
right
ended
on
up
there.
doing later.
Yeah, and see, you're just trying to get that last shot off auto.
Yep.
This is just the world's strongest grunt right now.
I know. I hated every
18.
minute.
It's been this grunt like every time,
Yep.
and he takes him back and repairs him.
Yep.
He's got max health 59%, 23% boost to everything. And I get my ticks in here, and I think I'm trying to show you what I do with the ticks.
Yes.
And watch how I click here. I see him. And I was like, dang, he's tough. And I get around him, and I get him, but I lose almost all my ticks. But to be fair, that was Uber Grunt. And then you were watching me, so we've got another
Yes.
Uber Grunt down here.
And he started taking apart my stuff.
And I was like, no, you leave her alone.
Well, you see my little tick too, like, hey, get me instead.
Yeah. And then I think he eventually
He
goes
does.
down. Yeah.
Yeah. He goes after the base, but.
And then he sees a tank, goes, nope. No, this is the strongest
That's
grunt.
the strongest one. Yes.
He's 76%. Look at that. 389 health as a grunt.
Yep.
Oh, wow. That's hilarious. Oh, and you really start pumping them out now because
Yes.
your economy starts to kick in.
Yeah, except my metal sucks.
Yeah. And he again gets into a spot where he can get them one at a time. So yeah, I think at this point I would have switched out of grunts or out of ticks completely.
So what I was gonna do, what I start doing is I start going tier 2. So I went tier 2.
I see that.
Yeah, and then the other bot lab at the top, that's going to be ticks, so that the ticks don't take forever to run up there. They just are there. And then I've got the tier 2s getting in there. Because I was like, I'm so done with this crap. I don't know how to do this.
Yeah. So the other thing you can do is when they're getting killed all the time, just set your rally point like close here, and then when you get like 20 or 30 of them, then push them up.
Sure, but they were the only bots that I had. If I had done that, his bots would have come into my base and blown things up. And this was about me and not about your little defense mode here.
Yeah, I was ready.
Yeah, I know that.
I was ready.
Because I was taking care of them one at a time up there. So you were able to build and build and build and build.
I'm not even building that fast because I'm watching you. And I'm doing stupid things like building a tick plant over here. I see you start going into Centurions. You like Centurions.
I didn't know what Centurions really were. I don't mind them, but I don't think I'll be doing them a lot from now on.
They're situational. So the thing about the Centurion's nice is it's basically 2 LLTs with a little bit less range. You can see LLT's got a range of 430. He's got a range of 330. A little bit less range. They're not super fast, but that's a lot of damage for a tier 1 bot, and that's a huge amount of health for a tier 1 bot. So they're really good at, this is anti-swarm. This guy could take out probably that much.
Right, and that's why I started using them, because I knew that I'd probably get a swarm soon, because that's what barbs do.
And he even rezzed one of your ticks and sent him back. Actually, this might be one of mine when I sent him up in there. And you're like, come here. And he's like, no, I'm fast. They come after me here, and I go, no.
So now you can see that I've got that other one printing ticks
And while ticks work against tier 1 bots, tier 2 like these, this is the absolute worst unit to send these guys after because they've got so much AoE. And you can see my ticks just get vaporized.
Yes.
Just fried. I only kill one of those guys. Over here, you're starting to build gunslingers.
Yes.
You like yourself a little yeehaw.
Yes. If I had more of the space, I would have, I would have gone into where you are right now and developed that whole area over there. Mm-hmm. But because I kind of had just my little corner, I didn't
kick it into 2 times here because this game gets a little slow for a little bit.
Because I had to build up with not much because you took quarter of the map.
Well, I mean, you could have gone up here.
I
took like this bit, and I kept on telling you, you didn't even take these 3.
Yep, because I started focusing on the fact that I needed to build and build and build.
And see, this was a much better use of the ticks there. You sent them past, which gave these guys the damage bonus, and then these guys just mopped it up.
I think that was the time that you actually were able to show me how to move the ticks in an effective way. It took forever.
Here comes some more of these fiends. These things are so brutal.
He keeps seeing my line.
Yeah, the AI, it's funny what it does. You're gonna take a little bit of metal.
Yep, I'm just gonna suck this up.
Oh no!
Yeah.
And you're like, how dare you kill my guy? And again, you push it past and you get him. I think you actually keep pushing here.
I do.
You've got a couple hounds and a yeehaw. Nice thing about this is they're about the same speed as the Centurion. And you just start wrecking stuff over here. Doesn't take much, especially with hounds.
Yeah, but he had those big turrets, and I hated them.
Yeah, like this, you don't want to, with this few units, so especially with like a gunslinger, you don't want to push into something like this. These guys aren't good at pushing either. Again, because they're so slow, it takes so much damage as they go in. And then I come in and go, I'm saving him! I'm saving him! And look at that! I even killed LLT with him. I saved him. I was like, yeah, I saved him!
He's just sitting over there.
I think eventually he dies because we forget he's there.
Yeah. Then it turns into micro, and that's just difficult. For as little metal as I have, I think I'm doing a pretty good job of getting things out.
See, again, so many converters.
Yeah, but I need them because.
But you don't have the energy to run them.
To do it.
There's no reason to build all these.
Because mostly I'm still learning how to keep it busy anyway.
Yeah,
I'm building a whole lot of them.
There's 64.
Because I'm building a whole lot of them because I don't know how else to get metal. Like.
Well, you have to. I mean, this is good, but you have to build the energy first.
Right.
And so what you do is you go one of these guys, one of these guys, one of these guys, one of these guys. And when you get 4 of those, then you jump up to the Aphis. And that's only if you're building units at the same time. Because if you're not building units, like if you just stopped this, especially with that fat boy, it's so expensive. So he's using 20 metal, he's using 13, he's using 13. That's a huge amount of metal. That's most of your metal being put into that, which is why this is building so slowly.
It's just so much to do all at once. It's so easy to look back on things and be like, oh, this, that, and the other thing.
But I'm just trying to call them as I see them, so that way you know better in the future. Like you can see I've got this queue here and I don't have to worry about it. It's just going to do this thing, and these guys are just going to keep on building. And I am over here I'm up here going, oh, you built a fat boy. Be careful with that thing.
Yep.
Yeah, and I'm even telling you, this is what you want to do. So I pinged that.
And that one stupid spot that got through.
Your ticks are like, come back.
Yeah.
I think he gets close to us. Oh yeah, that's right. You're fat.
Yep.
That's what you got to be careful with a fat boy. They'll kill what they shoot at, and everything around it will also die.
So the fat boys I don't like. I print a lot of them in this game because I had never used them before.
That's why I like
them. Yeah, but you have like no control over them. You can't leave them alone.
Well, usually you would put fat boys on a hold fire, and then set them up to just very specifically tell them what to shoot at.
Yeah, see, I don't have time for that. There's already so much to do. I can't micro a whole bunch of duck waddlers that can't keep track of their own shots.
Mm-hmm. The tick wave goes out.
Mm-hmm.
I think you eventually start building a
I'm building my nuke, yes.
Do you have an anti-nuke yet?
I made one.
Oh, did you make one of the...
one of the walkers, and he's probably out there.
He must
somewhere.
have gone
What's
up to
the
the
building that's the anti-nuke?
Hmm?
What's a building that's an anti-nuke?
Citadel. You can see how much bigger it is than the walking one. That's the area it protects. I'm over here like, you're gonna kill my line with the fat boys. I was so scared you're gonna blow a hole in my line. And here you go, you start pushing here. And that's why we don't like the fat boys.
Right.
You actually start bottling them up here, I believe.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, I try.
These are brutal, the pop-up artillery. And then you run into a mammoth. So the mammoth kind of does the same job as a fat boy. It's tough and does lots of damage, but it's just straight up better than a fat boy. And you come over here and go, I kill everything!
Well, not everything. I don't go all the way up. But I want to.
Look how close his commander gets. Oh, that's a decoy.
Yeah. He's at the back.
Mm-hmm. I see, and this guy's just slowly pumping out ticks so you have that scout wave.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you don't always have to spam ticks. It's nice to just have a wave of them so that your artillery can see what's going on. We'll go even faster here because I think we were just sitting for a little bit.
Yeah.
I push out. There's a little bit of push back and forth here. You're just trying to get your economy under control here, I think.
I was trying to get that under control and get enough bots.
Yeah, and you start building more.
Yep. Because I need metal, right? That's my thinking is I need metal and I've got a whole lot of energy. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you just want to build the advanced converters, not these ones.
But those are what they can build and they're out there.
Yeah.
So
do you only have the one of these?
I had two, I believe.
Yeah, you do. Oh, that's right. And you nuke him. I think you surprised me when that happened.
I did.
I was like, what? When did you get one of those? You go kill all those guys. And I think this is the push that eventually kills them. Because you've gotten razorbacks and all that. But it's looking at this, like you do most of the work and you kill them and you did a good job. It's the eco scaling that's killing. You finally start an APHIS. It's like 32 minutes in. Let's see, fire another nuke. I think this one, nope, does not get intercepted. Oh, that's right. This is the one.
It just keeps
the same
making
spot.
a crater. Yeah, because
you set target by accident,
yes,
right?
I didn't. It wasn't by accident. I didn't know what set target meant.
Right.
Know?
Set target means kill this thing forever.
Forever. Yes.
He's gonna pick up your razorback. I do love how nukes damage the ground enough to where the water's there.
Mm-hmm. I think I even get another nuke into that same spot before I fix it.
I'm bored at this point, so I'm
Yes.
sending my ticks to go do tick things. How many do I have? 150 of them. You start pushing again. The fat boys, nice thing about them, they're really tough. Which is what you need against something like this. The gunslingers, at this point, gunslingers aren't great. They just don't They hit hard, but they can't take it. And these are really tough to push into.
Yep.
A lot of micros knowing when to pull back. And like you never quite get the critical mass of units up here.
No. But I am.
And then you start building these,
Yep.
and we're fine now. That with a little escort's pretty much all you need for this whole base here. And he's got tier 3 as well.
Yeah.
I don't think I even went tier. Oh no, I did. That's right. I just started building Titans because I was bored.
Yep, and you kept them in the lake.
Yes. Here goes the other nuke. I think I just heard it say launch again. It goes in the same spot, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
No, you tried to nuke him and he shot it down. And this guy's like, I'ma kill you. I'ma kill everything. I'm a scary tank. I'm a really scary tank.
Yeah, but he had so much firepower.
Yeah, well this thing, plus everything else, is just gonna kill it eventually. But I think by that point you almost have another one. Oh no, you're alternating back and forth. But again, you're not quite at the point to be using tier 2. I mean, you're building them slowly because you don't have, yeah, you start putting those in. And again, when you're maxed out like this, you need more build power because you can see the arrays that I have. And these are actually pretty small build power arrays.
Isn't there there's a more advanced turret or build turret?
That's in the,
Is it modified?
it's not modded, what do they call it? Extra units pack, I think.
Okay. Well, I think one of the earlier games I had been in, you guys were like, oh yeah, there's this, and I was looking for it, and I'm like, where is it? And,
So when that happens, just ask me.
well, I think I did.
Well, I would have, if you had, I would have told you that you just used the little
Well,
one.
see, I made the umbrella, and he's like, I'm gonna go hang out with my buddy.
Yeah. I'm going in.
I think I caught him pretty quickly, but
So this guy starts attacking me and I just bombed the snot out of him.
yeah.
At this point, I'm just building airplanes.
Yep.
Because I want you to do it. I want you to get your victory mostly on your own.
It was just hard because, see, and you can see that the energy just drops.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's because we're doing stuff like this and that before we have this. And now, suddenly, everything's better.
right.
And look, you have an APHIS, and you're still only using 20%, 40% of your energy converters, because you have 81. Oh my goodness, so many.
Yeah. I mean, you can laugh all you want, but if that's the way you know how to get metal, then
Well,
that's
yeah,
how
but
you
it's-
try to get metal.
Right, but they convert, so if you don't have energy, they won't make any.
I get that.
Just start sending things over here. I see this, I'm like, I don't know if that's a good idea. Got your big boys here. Go faster.
I was frustrated that I hadn't done my normal thing anyway because I knew I had given him too much time to build.
You nuke him again there. You have another nuke. Just nuking everywhere. I think this might be the push that gets him.
I don't think so.
Speed up again. Oh, that's right. This comes through. I'm like, no, you're gonna die. I'm gonna get you. But you actually kill him before anything happens. And I punish him with ticks. Over here. I'm like, I'm gonna punish you.
Him, yep.
Here we go again. Hit that one more time. These things are so tough when they're put down like that.
Those are the weird pop-up things?
Yeah, they're the pop-up artillery. You're getting to the point where I think you're actually able to get in here. Man, the other thing, like here, you guys, you do have one radar. I'd want to see a little bit more radar.
Just so that I can see.
Yeah, so we'll just for the redundancy. And one of the nice things about a stream like this, like the tick stream, you can see it's distracting a lot of his his static defenses. They're getting distracted by the ticks. You're over here, you just brutally destroying this corner with your nukes.
Mm-hmm.
And you finally come up, and I think you finally exact your revenge on this thing.
I do at this.
Built so many of them.
Yes.
I love the Thor. It is such a good unit. I don't think we need to talk too much about how you use your units. I mean, yeah, you get them there. Mostly what's going on is you're getting your you get your units. See, look, you got all the awards.
Yeah, because you sat there.
I mean, you did pretty good. Kept up with the Barb, that's a good sign. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's right. This is just regular spring here. So, I think what we need to work on is your scaling and the balance of scaling, and what you need to do to help me teach you is when you're not sure why things are like, why am I always down on metal? What's happening? Ask that out loud. And then I can take a look and I'll be able to tell you and point out the buildings you need to do and the build orders you need to do in order to make sure that you scale your economy all at once, rather than like having a bunch of energy or a bunch of metal converters or a bunch of metal and not, just so that everything grows at the same time, including build power, which is still kind of a resource.
Right.
Right. So I think that's what we need to work on next. And I know it's easy to come and pick things apart afterwards like this.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Does this seem more helpful, this format, or do you think it's better with me whispering in your ear while you play?
I mean, there are so many things to focus on when I am playing that sometimes, I have to be like, okay, what did you just say? Because I was busy, but I think it's more entertaining to watch and hear us in the moment.
Yeah, I think it can be. The nice thing about this is we can take the time to actually talk and analyze and pause things while we do this. I don't know. Let us know in the comments.
Yeah,
folks.
please.
Do you like this format better? Also, would you like to see more replays, like stuff that I've done or Nab's done or team games, and then Nab and I can just kind of talk about what's going on. We can cast them. We'll be professional game casters.
I don't think so.
Hey there, sports fans. This is Duncan Fisher.
Anyway, you guys, please let us know. We read the comments, even if we don't comment back. We do read them. I know. So do I. But man, is it hard with the whole being parents of 4 children, because I'm constantly busy.
Anyway, that's it for this video. Goodbye.